Hi, I'm Nick Bacott from KSHE Radio, and I'm here with our friends at Weber Chevrolet. And we're going to talk car maintenance today. Basic car maintenance, which some of you macho guys are going to be thinking you know it all. Well, two things I could say. First of all, you might want to explain this to a young driver, maybe your daughter, like I have many, many times. And then for anybody who doesn't know the basics of car maintenance and you're driving a car, you should know these basic maintenance techniques. With me is the experts from Weber Chevrolet to walk us through. We're going to be talking tire pressure. Very important on gas mileage and a lot of other reasons. And I'll turn it again over to Mike.
The neat thing about cars nowadays is the federal government requires manufacturers to put a nice big sticker here where it's easy to see, it's bright. On our cars we have an onboard computer that gives us tire pressures. It's nice to know that, but we need to get a number in our head that matches each car. So this car right here, I believe, is 32 pounds per square inch. So now that we've determined how much we need, we go down to the store and we get ourselves a nice, inexpensive tire pressure gauge. No particular brand, no particular place, but buy one, use it regularly, put it in the glove box so that you got it. Cheap tool, it'll save you lots and lots of money. So we're going to go up to our left front tire, which is easy. I'm going to turn this over to you. New tires have a pressure sensor built into them, so the caps are kind of different. Kind of reminds you.
Oh, really? Even the pressure valve cap is different on new cars.
A little different.
All right, explain that one, Mike.
Well, like anything else, I have a sensor that's right here on each 4 tires, and as I go around, it generates a little signal, and the signal goes to the dash, and it tells us what that pressure's at.
So that's how that little light comes on. That's how it knows to turn the light on.
There you go. So the cap's just a little bit different.
It does screw off like a normal cap.
Like it did. All right. Absolutely. A little longer. And a good old regular pressure gauge. I'm going to give it a good shot. Sometimes you may have to do it twice, but that's a great reading. We're sitting probably about 34.
I'll try one more time.
Sure. Perfect. Looking good.
So we don't have to feel any tire pressure here.
We're good. Now when we're talking about checking tires, I always tell people, check 5. The most overlooked is the spare tire in the back. Nothing worse at 2 o'clock in the morning with the snow coming down and the spare is flat. So we're going to go in the back of the car and look at the spare. One thing I like to point out to people that is in the trunk area, a lot of people don't get in, but several years ago they started installing these, and they're for child entrapment, and recently in the news there's been some issues about people being in trunks. If the kids get back in here, you get back in there, you can reach up and grab that. You can see with a little sunlight it kind of glows, and you can see it, find it in the dark. Sure. So you pull that bad boy and the trunk comes open. So it's a wonderful device, just something to see in the trunk.
Something that we could use on an episode of Sopranos.
The most overlooked tire in the world is that spare right there. Most people just take for granted it's going to be okay. But when we're checking tires, this is number 5, and it's important. It's a little different. Some cars don't have spares. They're going to a fill can. But on the ones that do, we've got to stay on top of this guy because, again, it's something that's overlooked. We'll take that same pressure gauge that we had.
Oh, my new pressure gauge.
New pressure gauge. Little different wheel. It's limited use. You can only go for about 50 miles safely on this tire. But this guy's going to be a lot higher.
Oh, boy. Yes, much higher.
A lot higher pressure, probably in the 50 to 60 pound range, because it is ignored, and they want to keep at least some pressure there so that you would be safe. They put all AAA, you put it on yourself. So
here's another convenient feature from your friends at Weber Chevrolet. 4 different locations, 4 websites, and an app. For scheduling your maintenance, you can open up the app from Weber Chevrolet and you push a button for oil change or one of the other maintenance issues you might have, and quick as pushing a button on an app, you have your appointment scheduled. Easy as that. Modern technology helping us out, saving us another step in our car maintenance.